Hey guys, welcome back. So today we're looking at polynomials. Specifically, we're looking at the name of a polynomial based on the number of terms that it has. Before I continue, guys, let's just remind ourselves of what a polynomial is. So a polynomial, guys, is a monomial or the sum or difference of two or more monomials called terms. So for this first polynomial, guys, it has only one term that is made up of a number and a variable. So right here, the number of terms that this polynomial has, we can say that that's 1. Now this polynomial, guys, is called a monomial based on the fact that it has only one term. Now looking at the next polynomial, guys, it is 2x plus 4. So here we have two terms in this polynomial, guys, that are connected by the arithmetic operation of addition. So here we can see that the number of terms is 2, and the name of this polynomial based on the number of terms that it has is binomial. Next, we have this polynomial, guys, and if you count it with me, we have 1, 2, 3 terms. So we can go ahead and make a note of that it has 3 terms. Now the name of this polynomial based on the number of terms that it has is trinomial. Lastly, we have this polynomial here, and it has 1, 2, 3, 4 terms, guys. So we can go ahead and record that it has 4 terms. However, polynomials that have more than 3 terms do not have any special names. So for this one here, we'll just say that it's a polynomial. Now, if we had another example of a polynomial, guys, that had in, say, 7 terms or 8 terms, the name of that type of polynomial is just polynomial, because again, as I said, once a polynomial has more than 3 terms, it does not have any special name. We just refer to it as a polynomial. Hey guys, so here we're looking at polynomials named based on degree. The highest power of the variable or variables in the polynomial is known as the degree of the polynomial. Now, starting off, we have this polynomial, which is 9. And this is an example of a monomial based on the fact that it's just one term. So for this polynomial 9, we are not seeing a variable in this term. It's just a number, right? So for this polynomial, it has a degree of 0. As I said before, the degree of a polynomial is basically the highest power of the variable or the variables in the particular polynomial. So again, because this is just a number by itself, there is no variable there to look at and ask yourself what is the exponent or the power of that variable, we will say that the degree is 0. Now the name of this polynomial based on its degree is constant. Next, we have this polynomial, which is 2x, and this is another example of a monomial because it's just one term we're seeing here that is made up of a number and a variable. So for this polynomial, guys, obviously we're seeing a variable, right? So you need to ask yourself, what is the power of that variable? What is the exponent for that variable? Even though we don't see it, a 1 exists. So the degree of this polynomial, this monomial, is 1. And the name of this polynomial based on the degree is linear. For this next polynomial, guys, it's just one term. However, this term is made up of an integer as well as 2 different variables. Now, each of these variables has its own exponent or power. So to determine the degree of this polynomial, we will have to combine the exponents of both variables. So for x, obviously the exponent or the power is 2. For y, even though we don't see it, that power or that exponent is also there, which is 1. So for this, we will combine both of those exponents by adding them. So 2 plus 1 will give us 3. So the degree for this polynomial is 3. And the name based on the degree of the polynomial is cubic. Lastly, we have this polynomial, which has 4 terms. Looking at the polynomial, guys, you can see where 3 of the terms either has a variable or is made up of variables. In order to determine the degree for this particular polynomial, we're looking at the highest power, the highest exponent of the variables within the polynomial. So obviously, yes, we have y, but it's by itself, and this y by itself has an exponent of 1. For negative 2xy, again, that's two variables there in the term. When we add their exponents, we would get 2. Moving on to this one here. Before I get to this one, let me just talk about 4. So for negative 4, it doesn't have a variable. So right there, we know the degree would be 0. If we look at this final term over here, 4x squared y cubed has two different variables, yes. And if we notice, the exponents for these variables in this term are higher than the exponents for the same variables in the other terms. So what we'll do is to just combine these two exponents. So by combining them, we'll have a degree of 5. The name of this polynomial based on the degree is fifth degree. Now what I need you guys to remember is that polynomials that have a degree greater than 3 are named based on their degree. So for this one here, where we got a degree of 5 for this polynomial that has 4 terms, the name of this polynomial based on the degree is fifth degree. If we had another polynomial where when we checked the degree is 4, then the name of that polynomial based on the degree is fourth degree, and so on. All right, so just remember that, guys. So that's it for today, guys. Feel free to ask any questions you may have in the comment section, and I will respond to you. Until my next video, take care of yourselves now.